But at this point, we want to go ahead and assume that we're logged in and you're on your dashboard. We want to create a new timeline. We're going to give it the name Dream Vacation. And then I would just choose, we'll just choose personal. You aren't required to pick a media picker, but that's completely up to you. And let's go ahead and click on Create Timeline. Now for starters, we are going to include our requirements for our first day. So now that we have our brand new timeline, and after you watch the Timetoast tutorial, this will be a little bit more easy for you to understand, but I wanted to clarify some things as you get started on your Timetoast. You will have 14 events, so we're going to add an event here. And as I stated earlier, one of the requirements is that you need to list the day that you're going to be on for that event. I'm going to choose that information, and this will actually be simply for flight travel. And if you want to include an image, that's completely up to you, but you'll create the event. Now I'm going to add another event, and this will be day 2. Of course, I will include the date of the trip. Now, one of the things that you will need to include in your day is you will need to choose an image, and if you recall, that image needs to represent something you're doing that day. So assuming that you've figured out what you're doing that day, you find a picture. I'm going to go ahead and click on Choose Image, and I want to upload an image right here. I am going to visit the Berlin Zoo on the first day of the trip, and I did find a picture of that, so I'm going to double click on it. And this may take a little while to process, so just be patient. Once you have the image processed, then you can go ahead and click on Done, and that will add that image to your event. The next thing that you want to do after you've chosen the date, and again, you can choose any month of the school year, including next summer if you wish. But the next thing you want to do is insert a link to a tourist site for that city. So I'm going to be in Berlin on this second day. And I went into Google and I found tourist sites. This one covers the city of Berlin for Germany. Now, just a little tip, if you run across foreign websites that are not in your language, always look for the American flag or the British flag, and when you click on that, that will translate that website so that you can read it. And I find that this website has a lot of information on things to do in Berlin, so I'm going to go ahead and right click and copy that address, then go into my Timetoast. I'm going to insert a link, and I'm going to highlight that and get rid of it, and then simply paste my address here in the URL. And I'm going to call this Berlin, and then create the link. Okay. Now that will embed that into your description box. I also want to, as part of the description, give the names of 2 places I'm going to visit, as well as the cost of that place. Now the 2 things that I'm going to do on this day is visit the Berlin Zoo, and then I did find a shopping district in Berlin that I would like to visit. So I need to find the cost for these things. Now first of all, the Berlin Zoo, when I looked at the ticket prices, and by the way, you are adults on this trip, so anytime you find ticket price menus, you need to choose the adult ticket price. Anyway, I need to include that price, but it has to be in US dollars. So I see here, and according to my basic information page, the currency that Germany uses is euro, and so that's what that symbol is for. So it's 13 euro to get into the zoo, but I need to convert that to US dollars. So I go into Google and I just type in something like a currency converter, and when I come into the results, I'm just going to choose one because I haven't really used these before. and I'm just going to try them out. Now the currency that I will have over in Germany is the euro, so that's what I'm actually using. So I'm going to type in or click on select the name of the currency. Euro is pretty popular in the world, so it's going to be here at the top, but if you need to look for your country down here to get the code, you'll find it and click on it. I'm going to go ahead and click on euro, and the price I think I remember is 13 euro, and I want to convert that into US dollars. So the price that I will pay in US dollars is $17.46. We'll round it up to the tenth. So $17.46. So I'm going to go into my timeline and type in 17.46. And that's how much that would cost me to go into the zoo. Now the shopping district's a little different. It's based on how much I want to spend on what I want to buy. So there's really no strict fee. And that one will actually say no charge. Now remember, you are allowed 5 no charges on your entire timeline. Use those sparingly, but you are allowed to use those. Okay. Now, after you have included all of this information, this is your event for the day, and that's all you'll need. So then you'll click on Create Event, and that will add that event to your vacation timeline. And as you start to build your timeline, you'll notice that these dates get closer and closer and closer. Okay. Now, I want to see what this is going to look like to the public, so I'm just going to go up here to Public, and I actually want to view it. So I'm going to go up here and click on View This Timeline just to see what it looks like. And this is what it will look like to the public. Now you can click on each one, and this will have all of the information that you included for that day. Now I wanted to just kind of clarify what your Timetoast events would look like.